let the rhythm take you.
We're live and getting ready for what should be another great NFL matchup. We'll have temperatures below freezing for tonight's game as the Bills match up against the Titans. We're here for another great game. Welcome to the action. I'm Al Michaels, my partner, John Madden.
Now here's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And the great thing about him is that he always gets the job done. Maybe it's selling a play pass or throwing a block on a reverse. He's always out there doing the little thing to help his team to victory.
Derek Mason will be his go-to guy once again for obvious reasons. He's one of the better route runners and always seems to make the catch in traffic. Stopping this combo hasn't been easy for many defenses, so we'll have to see what type of coverages they go with to prevent these two from doing a lot of damage.
Look at those guys down there. They can't even sit still. Heck, watching from up here almost makes me want to go down there and join in.
Let's go to midfield for the coin toss. The lights are on, both teams are ready, so let's go to the field for the opening kickoff. The Titans are lined up for the kickoff. Should be a return here. From the 4. Ready to go on offense for the first time.
Pull the defense into committing to the pass, and then hand it to the back and let it rip.
1st and 10. They give it to the halfback. Henry couldn't escape the pursuit and was cut down quickly.
These guys up front are very tough to block because they can use their size and strength to get excellent leverage on running plays. Sometimes they struggle a little with their consistency, but they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
Only one man in the backfield. Gets the pass off. Ooh, nearly picked off. John, this one will really challenge the offensive coordinators as they go up against two of the best defenses in the NFL.
Both of these teams have championship caliber defense. I think if you talk to most coaches in the league today, building a Super Bowl team starts with great defense.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Hand it off. He's in the clear with that blazing speed. Williams records the tackle at the 31. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
He just exploded towards the marker that time. That was a big-time run.
It's 1st and 10. Shelton didn't have much to work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them offside.
Throws it. Pass ball's incomplete. The incomplete pass brings up 3rd down. 6th play of this drive. The Titans come out in a dime package. Gets the toss to the right. Williams makes the stop at the 36. So that's a gain of about 5. Seventh play of this drive. They need 5. The Titans come out in a dime package. Toss play to the right. He shakes a defender. Schulter records the tackle at the 45-yard line. Henry with a nice run and picks up the 1st down.
And it was well executed. They hit their blocks and the back found the right hole to get down the field and pick up a 1st down.
McGahee lines up behind his fullback in the I. Throwing. Incomplete. He hasn't hit any receiver yet on this drive.
His throws are a little off, but the defense isn't giving him anything either.
And this is the ninth play of this drive. With the throw, and it's caught. Dyson takes him down at the 45. Good, strong throw by the quarterback on that pass.
You know, they really whipped that thing in there. That's why you used to see a lot of drop passes by a defender, and it's usually because he just can't hang on to the thing.
The backs are lined up in an I. Henry. Williams with the tackle at the 40. Putting together a nice drive here.
And they're frustrating this defense in the process. 2 times they've converted on 3rd down.
It's 1st and 10. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Henry. Play action. On the run. Perfect throw. Roll. Stops him at the 12. Good read finding the single coverage in the secondary.
Look for your guy in the corner of the end zone and let it rip.
And this is the 12th play of this drive. And they find themselves in scoring range. The Titans come out in a nickel package. Going to the air on 1st down. With the throw, the pass falls incomplete. Can't complete that short pass, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now they're getting worn down. Go for this play and finish out the drive.
And this is the 13th play of this drive. They'll go with the quarter defense. Travis Henry is in there for the touchdown. So they get in on the ground.
Yep, great blocking on that one. Gave him a big hole to charge right into the end zone.
The kicking team heads out onto the field. And it's up. One after attempt is no good. The Bills are set to kick it deep. Nice kick. Plenty of distance. From the 5-yard line to the 20. The offense just about ready to go as they take the field for their first possession.
This defense will stop them for sure.
1st and 10. Crosses it out to the right. Fletcher stops him for negative yardage. Trying to go off tackle, but the defense was waiting right there.
They went the wrong way on that one. Maybe they should stick to running between the tackles, because this defense has a lot of speed. They can chase down those runs to the outside.
Only 1 man back. Looking upfield. John, nothing there on that play. Looks like he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
They better mix up the play call a little more, trying to free up some space in the middle. That back just didn't have any help from his line on that play. This defense will stop him for sure.
So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long 3rd down situation. Drops back. He surveys the field with the pass. This pass is incomplete. He dropped it.
No, and sometimes when the ball is right at you, you think about running after the catch before you even catch it.
They couldn't do a thing on that series other than moving backward. Here's the kick. Fair catch. They were very efficient on their last drive, relying on the running game as they move down the field. And let's see if they go back to the run here. So they have 1st and 10 here. Hand it off to the back. Schulter with the tackle at the 45-yard line. Evans helped him up.
The rule on the hold is you can't let your hands go to the outside of the body. If your hands do move outside, then you have to move it back in as soon as you can, or you'll get called for holding.
Pass play here on first down with the throw. The 50. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got caught. I'll tell you one thing, he's going to feel that in the morning.
The powerful arm brings them a first down this time.
Yeah, and you talk about putting some heat on your throws. This guy really let it go.
Out of the gun. Throwing on first down. Close again. It's batted away. Got it off just before they got to it.
I really like the way this defense attacks the offensive line. They're very aggressive, relying on man-to-man coverage in the outside to shut down the receivers as they bring guys from everywhere on the blitzer.
Only one man back. Henry. Sermon pulls him down at the 48-yard line. Short gain on that burst through the middle, maybe half a yard.
I don't think I'd call that run a burst. It was more of a limp up the middle.
They have to get the ball inside the 39 to convert. The Titans come out in a nickel package. Dropping back. Gets rid of it. And it's complete. Wolfo makes the play at the 36.
Watch it here. This is a great call on third down to keep this drive alive. They were in a tough spot here. This is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that first down.
He tucks it away. Hall brings him down at the 32-yard line.
Sometimes you can be a little over-aggressive on defense like you see here. You have him lined up, he over-pursued. He got caught out of position, and the ball carrier was able to cut back. Run the football. A good running game will really open up the pass.
Henry. And he just got level.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
After 1 quarter of play, score is 6-0. And we're ready to start the second quarter.
Throw a little play action at them. That'll get those linebackers on their heels.
It's 1st and 10. Henry is the deep back. Hand it off to the back. Setting up play action. Gets the pass off. The adjustment. He has it. Bledsoe with a good throw on that pass.
Not only does he have a powerful arm, but he also has a quick release and accuracy to go along with it.
Six yards away from a touchdown. He gets the carry. Great fake. Throws this one off balance. Talmas pulls him down at the 1. Campbell, reception and a 5-yard gain. Second and goal. Quarterback. Loss of a couple on that one.
I don't think that was a designed quarterback run. He thought he saw something open, but it closed up quickly, and he had nowhere to go.
Third down now, and goal to go. Still sneaking. Bledsoe is in there for the touchdown. He got the short yardage they needed.
I tell you, the running game is so important in the red zone. But maybe even more important is the ability of the quarterback to run the ball. Right there, it paid off with a score.
And Bell comes in to attempt the point after. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. The Bills are ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing. From the 3. To the 20. Their last drive ended with a 3-and-out as the offense comes out onto the field again.
A smart coach would call this play.
All on their own 27. Calico in motion. Gets it away fast. Interception. Room to run. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Buffalo. The defense forces the turnover, gets it in for the touchdown. The kicking team heads out onto the field. And it's up. The extra point attempt is good. What a shift in this one. 20 unanswered points for them.
They're just pouring it on. They're really starting to dominate.
The Bills are lined up for the kickoff. And he got all of that one. A great kick. From the 2. Last time the defense was on the field, they forced a bad throw, picked up the takeaway.
A smart coach would call this defense.
It's 1st and 10. They'll go from the I formation. George fakes the handle. Right to him. Drop behind the line. Full loss to a couple. Caught the pass but didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, the defense is real good at putting a quick end to completion.
Gets the pass off. And this pass is complete. Nice ball going to the air, and that'll move the chain. 1st and 10. Only one man back. Hand it off. McGee takes him down at the 33-yard line. That run won't move them far.
The lineman just failed to open up any holes to run through or give them room to work with. This defense might work.
So it's 2nd and 10. The lineup of 6 defensive backs. With the pass, great throw. The 40, the 30, the 20, and he high steps his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Titans.
He gets a great block right here. He's springing for the touchdown. I'll tell you, he takes the defender right out of his shoes that time.
And it's on its way. The extra point attempt is good. The Titans still need 2 touchdowns. The Titans are set to kick it deep. Decent kick. We should have a return. From the 5-yard line to the 20. Buffalo might be able to put this one away if they can get into the end zone here. It's 1st and 10. Shelton just won't go down. Sermon pulls him down at the 28. He might have gotten a yard or 2.
That guy got knocked around by that defense. He needs a little protection from his lineman. Tell your line to protect here. Tell your line to protect every play, not just here. You need to get some time back there and let someone get open.
Rolling. And he's caught. Tackled at the 39-yard line. Can't draw it up any better than that. Textbook 1st down.
Watch for a hole to open up the middle and send your guy through it.
Hand off to the tailback. John, one of your favorite terms right here. I'm going to use it. Boom.
Yeah, but that's worse than a boom. That kind of hit can loosen your teeth. Remember the fundamentals, just like you practice.
They'll go from the shotgun. Up again. He's brought down in the backfield by Bullock. Tackled deep in the backfield.
He did what linebackers are supposed to do. He flew to the ball, and when he got there, he made the sure tackle and brought him down.
The Titans come out of the quarter defense. Stopped behind the line, lost the couple. And was stuffed on that play, John.
They're just relentless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly. They do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting cutback opportunities.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark here in the first half. And rather than punt, they're going to let the offense have a shot at this fourth down. Picked off. It's intercepted. Saw the single coverage, let it go, but the defense was there to pick it off.
This defense might work.
So after the interception now, it's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Throwing on the run. And he hits his target. The 40. Reese takes him down at the 33-yard line. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. With the throw. McNair had to unload that pass in a hurry.
Yeah, and that's something the defensive coordinator mentioned in practice this week. Making the quarterback throw the ball before he's ready to throw it.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. A lot of room to work with. Dives and makes the tackle. And that's a gain of about 8.
53.
Dropping back, flings it to the outside. Dumps this one off to his left. George picks up just enough for the first. He's trying to hurry them back to the line. Passing on 1st down. Rosen just can't find a way to bring that one in. And that brings up 2nd down.
The intended receiver on the play. Call this defense here.
Our 6th play of this drive. They'll go from the I formation. He gets the carry. Diving tackle at the 18. They ran it there.
Yeah, that's an important part of this team's offense.
The quarterback is calling them back to the line of scrimmage. With the throw, interception. So that opportunity goes away.
And that's exactly what not to do when you have the ball near the end zone. You have a lot less room to work with, and the quarterback can't force throws like that.
The offense gets ready to go following the interception. The backs are lined up in an I. This one is handed off. Sermon records the stop at the 38-yard line. I'm sure they'll be going to the air as long as they have the ball. A little over 4 to go. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Going to the left. Still running. Can't pull him down. Williams with the tackle at the 46. Good gain there and a 1st down.
If the defense keeps giving up runs like that for 1st down, they'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Red, 25.
The Titans come out in a dime package. Almas makes the tackle at the 45-yard line. Pulled down after a minimal gain.
They just manhandle him at the line of scrimmage. I always say that if you win the battle in the trenches, it's going to go a long way toward your winning the game.
The end of the 2nd quarter with the score. Buffalo 20, Tennessee 7. And we go back to the game. We're ready to start the second half of play. Nice distance. From the 3-yard line to the 20. The Titans will start this drive from 27-yard line.
A smart coach would call this play.
It's 1st and 10. George, the lone setback. McNair sends a man in motion. Hands it off. Fletcher stops him at the 30-yard line. Let's go to Jill Aaron.
Well, Al, the Titans coach was unhappy with his team's inability to get the ground game on track, and he thinks it's a big reason why he finds his team trailing. Look for them to play a lot better here in the second half. Al?
Here's Jill Arrington with her sideline report. They come out in the nickel. Drops behind the line for a loss of a couple. Schobel made everybody know he was on the field on that play.
The line had some problems with their assignments on that play. They just couldn't get the defenders that day.
3rd down and long coming up here. Buffalo comes out with 7 in the secondary. With the pass, the defense has it. The 40. The offensive line couldn't do the job, and the pressure forced them to make a bad throw into coverage.
I'll tell you, it's very important to have pressure on the quarterback. What that does is make the secondary's job a heck of a lot easier. And on that play, it led to an interception.
With the throw, and he hits his target. The 10, 5, touchdown, Buffalo. Bledsoe watched his receiver, gets some room, and got it to him for 6. The kicking team heads out onto the field. The kick is up. The extra point attempt is good. John, they've cashed in on the turnover opportunities.
Those opportunities have led to points on the board. When you can convert turnovers into points, you really have a big advantage.
He got all of that one. From the 1-yard line to the 20, the 30. The last time the offense had the ball, they gave it away on an interception. Let's see what happens this time down the field. It's 1st and 10. George, the lone back. They'll go with a play fake. Throwing. This one falls incomplete. Way too high for that.
This defense will stop them for sure.
Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut.
Throwing short to his left. Short swing pass to the running back. And he goes out at the 46. Good run after the catch, John.
Let me tell you, they really try and get him the ball as much as possible because he can break away and make people miss.
3rd and 6. Here's a look at the 3rd down success rate of each team.
3rd down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on 3rd down, you keep 3 things. You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense resting on the sideline.
Hentrick is back to punt. Here's the punt. And he chooses not to return this one.
27-yard punt. Fair catch made at the 21-yard line. The key here is to step up into the pocket. Make sure you get those feet set before you throw it.
Despite very little success running on first down, they still lead.
And running is important, but they've got other weapons that can get them in the end zone.
Twisted tackle. Breaks through. Williams is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 39-yard line. That'll move the change, John.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get. Get behind those big old linemen and let them do their work.
So they have 1st and 10 here. They can't get it done on the ground on first down, John, but they're still leading in this one.
Some teams manage to get by pretty well without a solid running game. And that's mostly because their passing game is very effective, especially their short passing game.
Travis Henry is in there for the score. Travis Henry got the carry and put it in for 6 for the 2nd time. Comes in for the extra point. And it's on its way, and the extra point is good. John, they've cashed in on the turnover opportunity.
That's for sure. They've made the most of every turnover opportunity out there.
Booming kick downfield. From the 1-yard line to the 20. Forced a 3-and-out on the last series.
This is what I would call in this situation.
Ball on their own 26. Hands it off. Slips the tackle. Refuses to go down. You could hear the collision up here.
He's feeling it right now. Either that or he's numb all over. And that's worse.
Couldn't find much of a hole, and he's brought down after a gain of what looks like a couple.
Yeah, you talk about push. This line got no push at all, and there was nowhere to go.
Bennett goes in motion. With the pass. The pass ball's incomplete, and the cornerback is able to tip it away from the intended receiver.
He got a good sense of knowing where the ball will come down and when to make his move.
The Bills come out with 3 down linemen and 7 defensive backs. Play to the right. He's tackled behind the line by Thomas. That play wasn't going anywhere except backward.
I'll tell you, sometimes the back needs to know when to just go down. Because he's trying to make something happen that's not going to happen, and they end up losing a bunch of yards.
Good defensive stand there. Now they'll punt it away after a 3-and-out. Here's the kick. And he signals for the fair catch. The Titans scoop up the live ball. So after the fumble now, it's 1st and 10. They've been very good rushing the ball on first down, but still trail.
Yeah, sometimes a strong running game doesn't always translate into scoring a lot of points.
Let's start on the offense. Number 88, still first down.
Kenny was flagged for the false start.
False starts are kind of frustrating because they're really easily avoided by just maintaining focus. Here's a good defense for this situation.
It's first down and 15 to go. The quarterback gets set with only 1 back behind him. Give it to the halfback. Dives and brings him down. So that was a pickup of about 9. They have to get inside the 18 to convert for the first down. They'll go with the quarter defense. Drops back with the throw. With the adjustment, he has it. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. John, he didn't let the pressure phase him. What a play.
I'll tell you one thing. It was an all-or-nothing play for the defense. They knew if they didn't get there, they could be in trouble in the secondary.
Ned comes in to attempt the point after. And it's up. The extra point attempt is good. The Titans chip away at the lead, but still need some breaks to get back in this one. The Titans are ready to kick this one off. Nice kick. Plenty of distance. From the 10. The Bills will start the drive from the 22. First and 10. They'll go from the I formation. He's taken down in the backfield by Long. He's flush in the pocket, isn't able to get anything close to what they needed.
Throwing the ball in that situation would have made more sense. The receivers have to do a better job recognizing the coverage and breaking off their routes.
Nickelback in this time. Pressure, throws on the run, and the catch is made. No trouble making that catch.
That's what these receivers are always looking for, a soft coverage or a hole in the zone where they can break free and wait for the pass to get there.
Henry, the lone back. They give it to the halfback, drops behind the line for a loss of a couple. They go back to the ground game. They're going to try to move the ball by way of the run.
They're going to keep running the ball and pounding away at the defense. They'll keep the clock moving, and eventually the defense will be so tired they won't be able to stop anything.
Don't know why they're going for it here. You'd think they'd just punt. Crosses it out to the right. Looks like he just made it past the mark. It's first and 10. They've been solid running the ball on first down, John.
Not bad. And that success leads to bigger and better things, usually.
His big day continues with now over 125 yards on the ground.
Check this out.
So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the Bills ahead of the Titans 34-14. The Bills have the ball and a big lead as we get set for the fourth quarter. Sixth play of this drive. They need 5. And they get the ball dropped in the backfield for a short loss. And wasn't able to get anything going on that play.
They got there and shut that play down very quickly. That's just a case of studying game film this week paying off. When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can anticipate the play call and stop the play before it even gets started.
And couldn't find any room on that one.
They really hustle on the defensive side of the ball. They're very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes and cutback lanes that the back has to choose from.
The Titans come out in the quarter defense. Drops back, doesn't get much behind it. Drops the interception. So they turn the ball.
But at this point, they're just trying to run up the score. Of course, you don't appreciate that if you're the other coach, but the turnover should not hurt them.
Buffalo comes out in the quarter defense. George. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss. You know, John, he always seems to be in perfect position to make a play.
He's all about effort. His motor's always running at 100%, and he's got the experience to diagnose plays very quickly.
The Bills come out in a nickel package. With the pass, he hits his receiver. Fletcher with the tackle at the 28. Calico makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
3rd and 1 coming up on this play. From the gun. Throwing. And it's complete. Diving tackle to bring him down.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look out. You're in a hole here on 3rd down. And they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
On the carry. McGee brings him down at the 15. They're definitely looking to run the ball, John.
Maybe they're trying to set up a little play action. At this point, I'm not sure how much the defense is going to spend watching the run.
They'll go to the I formation. They give it to the halfback. Fletcher records the tackle at the 11. He gets some decent yardage on the run, but, John, they're using up precious seconds.
What they really need to do is put the ball in the air. Put the pressure on the secondary. Oh, this defense will stop it for sure.
It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 6 to pick up the first down. Buffalo with 6 defensive backs. Looking for a receiver. He hits his receiver. McGee makes the tackle at the 6. Six more yards, and they'll put up 6. Looking to run it here. Fakes the handoff. Soft lob to the end zone. They go for it and end up turning it over on downs.
Well, they're at the point of the game where they have to try something. Heck, next time maybe you try something else, but you can understand why they want to go for it here.
They're off to the back. Williams stops him at the 20-yard line. Henry covered some good ground there.
Hey, nice job up front, holding their block and allowing him to get a good run for a first down.
First and 10.
Set.
Another run. Carter makes the tackle at the 22-yard line.
1 yard gain on the play.
Ball on their own 22. Henry, the lone setback. Again with the carry. Drops behind the line for a loss of a couple. And couldn't pick up any blocking on that play.
The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run. They're extremely disciplined. They get off their blocks very quickly. Makes it tough to find openings when they're running the ball.
Ball on their own 20. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Again from the run. And he is bumped out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So they'll get ready to punt and leave it to their defense to finish the game and get them the win. And this is the 5th play of this drive. They need 6. So instead of the special teams group, they'll let the offense stay out on the field and take a shot on 4th down. And even though they're well ahead, they went for it and came up short.
This turnover won't hurt them. They already have the game well in hand.
The defense is trying to force a turnover, which would put an end to this game right now.
Buffalo.
with 6 defensive backs. Pass play here on first down. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. Solid hit. Just crushed it.
The thing is, when you get hit like that, it's like having a bumblebee in your helmet. You just can't get rid of it.
And they're going without a huddle. Dropping back with the throw. Penalty marker down. This one falls incomplete.
Offside. Number 95.
The offense likes that.
The officials are being strict out there today. Sometimes you got to let the little ones go. Just let these guys go out there and play the game.
Let's get back to the action on the field. And the defense, amazingly, has about 9 guys at the line of scrimmage against the shotgun. Gets rid of it. One of his other options appeared to be wide open on that play, John. He just never saw it.
But he never saw it. He has to make better reads out there.
Travis Henry was the standout tonight, and he's the winner of the Horse Trailer Award. How is the defense going to defend all of these receivers with a goal line formation? Drops back, throwing. Thrown behind, but caught. Clements makes the stop. And to the 5. Changing the play now. Dropping back, under pressure. Good play in the backfield. Great effort that time, John. He's clearly one of the best in the league.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, he might never be better than he is right now.
It's away the off-balance throw. Tennessee had to get it into the end zone, but can't get there, and John, that may do it.
That's one of the most disappointing things that a coach could watch. You're inside the 10, you need a touchdown, you call good plays, and the defense stops you short. I think their best bet here is to run it with a simple handoff. You just never know what could happen on a toss play.
And there's the kneel down by the quarterback. There's the final gun. The final score is
Buffalo.
34. Tennessee, 14. For EA Sports, this is Al Michaels and John Madden wishing you a very pleasant good evening.